blame you for asking.
I understand, Piers. Piers, I understand. I believe the woman is given to the man. I believe she's given away by the father. I believe she belongs to the man.
So you do,
belongs to the
fundamentally, all right. So fundamentally, you do believe that a woman becomes a man's property.
I believe she belongs to the man.
This is good. This is good.
You see, that to me
He's
is
got to get so mad.
And you're entitled to your opinion.
Right. But do you not understand why people think it is misogyny?
I understand why some people can be very offended by what I say.
What
they do is they take a point like that and they ignore all the other points I make the other way around.
Yeah, but that's why I've repeatedly asked you about that line to see if you've changed your position. But the reality is you haven't.
He hasn't changed
It's not about changing positions. I'm a full-grown adult and I stick by the things I say and I'm responsible for them.
Which, by the way, is fine.
Absolutely.
It's great.
So what you did say at the start of this little exchange, you said, you know, I wouldn't maybe say things the same way now that I did before I was famous. And yet, actually, you've doubled down.
Because he's
exactly
famous.
The same thing.
On certain points.
So that is what you believe. And that's my point.
Yes.
I'm trying to work.
Piers Morgan, can you shut up for just a second and let the man explain what he means, okay?
Okay, look, I don't know you. We've just met, right?
No, you
I'm
don't.
trying to work out who Andrew Tate is and what you actually believe. I don't want to twist anything at all.
Then let me make it very, very clear to the camera. I believe a woman is given to the man in marriage. I believe that. I also believe a man has a duty to protect and provide for her.
That's
I believe
biblical.
A man should lay down his life if something happens or his wife's life is threatened.
I agree.
I believe that women and children first are on the lifeboat.
Yeah.
But men,
I believe that men.
But a man doesn't own a woman.
It's not. No. It's.
Oh, that's so good. Good point. Good point,
They
Andrew.
literally buy them as a slave.
Well, obviously, we're not talking about that. We're talking about religious, biblical marriage. We're talking about something else.
The biblical.
Yeah, but I'm a Christian. I don't believe that
Obviously, you're not.
I own my wife.
Do you believe your wife was given away to you when she took your last name?
I believe that there is a process where a father traditionally walks his daughter down the aisle and hands his daughter to this man, and they stand there and become a union of two loving people.
That's also true.
No, there's no ownership involved.
I didn't say ownership.
He's not selling her.
In my opinion, I think that Piers Morgan literally misunderstands everything he says. They are basically talking about the same thing here, but they are telling it differently. And they both get mad at each other. That's really funny.
The father of the bride isn't selling his daughter.
No,
absolutely.
That's what
she's not a slave.
She becomes a member of your family.
Is it?
I think we're arguing over semantics.
Yeah.
We're not, though, because fundamentally, I don't believe a man owns a woman. You do.
Well, I don't think a man owns any sovereign individual. I don't think we live in the world of slavery. I don't own any man or any woman.
Right.
Nobody owns
anybody. When you use phrases like property, that's misunderstanding him.
I understand.
And so my point again is, you're a smart guy, right? There's no denying it. You're smart. You're a good talker. I've seen a lot of the stuff.
Successful.
What I don't think you quite fully understand.
No, I understand very well.
When young, impressionable people who are not as smart see things like, I think my sister is her husband's property.
When young people who are not as smart, Piers Morgan, you're saying here that you think that younger people are dumber just because they are younger. Wow.
But yes, and you've just reaffirmed that belief. They think that they have the right to own women.
I understand that very well, Piers. Which is why
I don't think you're a misogynist.
Completely. I understand all
I
of
don't
this
think they
very
believe
well,
that.
Which is why when you're saying I was backtracking, I'm not.
Do you have any regret, though, over the way you phrased this stuff?
Well, this is the point I was trying to make.
It's hilarious.
The point I'm trying to make is, when I was not nearly as famous and I was making long format content, I was not sitting there anticipating I'd become the most Googled man on the planet and that a few seconds could be taken out of context. That was not my anticipation.
No,
welcome to the TikTok world.
Now. So what's the difference?
It's not about...
Welcome to the world of TikTok.